I made a recent video, recent in catalogue, about the different controllers people use to play fighting games with, and pretty much landed on hitbox being the most optimal, so long as you don't mind getting made fun of. All was well and good, but I noticed a few people surprised that I left off their method of controlling their character, which was the analog stick. I don't know what the future holds for fighting games and how they will handle movement input, but for now, thumbsticks are pretty terrible for fighting games. Every traditional fighting game I can think of uses digital input. This means you're either inputting the command for that direction, or you're not inputting the command. There are only 8 degrees of freedom in these games, which is perfect because there are only 8 movement options for a D-pad. If you were to get your lever out of your arcade controller, you can see that it has 4 micro switches, acting as your digital input for that direction. And the lever or actuator allows you to activate 1 or 2 of these switches at a time, giving you a combination of 8 movement options. Compare this to a thumbstick, which has an analog input device, meaning instead of say 4 contacts controlling the direction, there is a full range of motion for an analog stick due to hardware that is out of scope of this video. This is awesome for controlling your character so long as the game offers the same free range of motion. Unfortunately, because we're trying to apply analog input to a digital system, the placement of the thumbstick may lead to a point floating between 2 digital fields, leading to the character getting the wrong directional input. There is also things like dead zones, which vary from stick to stick, and varying levels of snapback, which makes it more inconsistent for getting your character to do what you want them to do. I completely understand it, especially for the new generation that grew up with thumbstick controls, that you may prefer them over the other options. I also understand that it may be easier to do things like 360s on a thumbstick over a D-pad, but I promise you with practice, the D-pad is not only more reliable, but faster too. There is really no excuse for using it on games like Tekken, where doing things like instant while running attacks on a D-pad is really a dream come true, and motion inputs are few and far between. Now, if you're still not convinced to move on from a thumbstick, that's perfectly fine. No one is going to arrest you and take you to Tekken jail. You should absolutely use whatever is most comfortable for you. I personally don't like D-pads either and prefer using an arcade stick. But I just wanted to share with you why I left them off the list in the other video, and why pretty much every decent player will also tell you not to use them. To be completely honest, for fighting games, thumbsticks are dog shit. Thanks for watching. All of my subscribers, and any new subscribers, will get a 2-week buff to their input precision. Whether it be perfect electrics, lightning fast shoryukens, or just not dropping those loops in games that you know you should hit, I hope it will help out. Bye!